Hey guys, this is John from the Trucker's Kitchen. How y'all doing today? I've got a recipe I've been wanting to try. I'm meal prepping for the truck. It's going to be a new series. Look for it on my channel. But today I'm going to do something I have never made before. We're going to try it out. It's going to be jalapeno cheeseburger egg rolls. Looks good. Let's get to it. Okay, let's go with the ingredients. We're going to have a pound of ground beef, some Lowry seasoned salt, black pepper, some sea salt, pickles, granulated onion powder, paprika, Worcestershire sauce, onion. Did I say habaneros? Yeah, 2 habaneros. And I want to give a special shout out to my brother. He made me this cutting board, and he's showing his talent more and more. Every project he does, it seems like he does a really good one. Now I'll leave a link on where you can get a hold of him if you want to do something for yourself. This is not I'm not making any money off of this whatsoever. I'm just trying to help out my brother. So let's get started with the recipe. Okay, let's get started. Take the end caps off your jalapenos. Now what I like to do is take a knife and I run it right down here to the bottom, and I cut the veins. Now the veins where I was raised was called the placenta, and that's where the heat is. And you just go around and you cut that out. And all you gotta do is grab it between your thumb. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't, and that comes out. 99% of the seeds will come out with that if you do it right, which it don't look like I did right, but anyway, we're going to get rid of some of these seeds. Anyhow, sometimes you do have to split them in half, which I do not like doing, because sometimes you cut the placenta and then the veins, whatever you want to call them, and the seeds won't come out like they should. This one I got lucky with, so we're going to take that and do that. We're going to take and remove this white. And that's how I do my jalapenos. Now, some people say it's easier to do with a spoon. I'll admit, I've never tried it with a spoon. Never have. It may be easier. And again, it may not be. I don't know. All I know is I try to get them out this way. And whatever don't come out, I'll just take and cut it in half and get out what I need. And the reason why we're splitting this is because we're going to make these as small as what we can do. See how that came out? Real nice. Now these have been washed already. And I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them in my dicer. Maybe I need to cut this down a little more. And if some seed gets in there, it's okay. I like hot. Some people don't. But you do what you want with your recipe, and all you gotta do is, I don't know why this ain't doing right, but it ain't. There you go. And dice them as small as you can get them. Okay, the smaller the better. What we're going to go for is about 1/3 of a cup. So we're looking for 1/3 of a cup in very small pieces. Let's see how we did. Man, that should be more than 1/3 of a cup. But anyway. Oh yeah, just a little bit more. And I can take these now, the rest of this, and dehydrate it for later use. That's our 1/3 of a cup of that. I'll be right back as I get something to put this in. Okay, now we're going to take this onion. We're just going to cut it right in half. And again, we only want 1/3 of a cup of onion. And you want to dice this as small as possible. So we're going to take and use our dicer again. Alright. I'm going to cut these up into little bitty slices. Now, if you don't have a dicer, you can't do this by hand. Just make it as small as you can. You know, like everything else in life, nothing is set in stone. Whatever ingredients I'm using, if you don't like, use something different. Very simple. There you go. This is an old dicer. It's not my newer one. Unfortunately, with us moving the house around a little bit, I have not found my smaller dicer, my nicer dicer, and so I get to put up with this older one. Sometimes it wants to work nice and smooth like it just did, and sometimes it just wants to give me a headache. So we only need 1/3 of a cup. So whatever extra is going to be here, what I'm going to do is throw it in with the jalapenos. And I said you could dehydrate them, and you can. What I'm going to probably end up doing though is I'm just going to end up freezing them. That way, if I have to do this, when I do this recipe again, or if I have another recipe come up and I need those things, they're already done. They're already prepped. So there you go. Sometimes meal prepping is, you're not just meal prepping for one, maybe sometimes you're meal prepping for more than one meal. Alright. There you go. Now then we just need 1/3 of a cup of this. Look at all that onion I've got left, guys. Alright. So let me get our next ingredient prepped and ready to go, and I'll be right back. Okay, what we need is 1/3 of a cup of pickles also. So these are the slicers from Vlasic. I don't have any pickles on hand that I wanted to use. I don't know how many I'm going to actually use, but believe me, if I cut them up, somebody in this house will eat them because they love pickles. I do too, but not as much as they do. Alright, so we're going to cut these down into thirds. Put them right here. Wow. There you go. Wow, there you go. I'm sure that's 1/3 of a cup already, but let's go ahead and do this. There you go. Alright. You get them all cut down into like bite-sized pieces. Take out your 1/3 of the cup. And set it to the side. Now, that's really all the prep work we got to do for this. So I'm going to take this and be back in a minute as soon as I get ready to brown my ground beef. Okay, now then, inside the pan is a cold pan. We're going to take 1 pound of meat. Now that was a 2-pound package I showed you, so all we got to do is really basically cut it in half. And we're going to throw the 1 pound ground beef in here. We're going to put this on medium high. And we're going to let this start browning out. Now what I do is that I like to have my my meat kind of brown out before I start tearing it apart. Each person is different. Each person's going to do it a little differently. That's the way I like to do mine. So while we're waiting for this to get done, we're going to put our spices together. So y'all get ready for that. Alright, there's our ground beef. It's starting to brown. And this is the reason why I like to do this. I like to put a little color on it. So that get this licking going. We're just going to break it up a little bit. If you see that this is going a little too fast in the cooking process, please by all means turn down your heat. Okay? Now people have asked me in the past, John, why do you use a cold skillet? Because using a cold skillet and bringing up the heat will actually release more of the oil out. And this is more of an oily blend. It wasn't 85-15. Didn't have much of a choice when I went to Myers to pick up my stuff. That's what I got to use. So how y'all doing with the meat situation? Y'all finding the meat you need, or any shortages? Let me know in the comments what's going on. and I'll be right back when all this browns up. Alright, 99% of the fat is gone from here. This is browned out. So let's go ahead and we're going to drop our pickles, onions, and jalapenos right in. And I spent too much money. We all do on food to let stuff like that go away, so get every bit of it out that you can. Take all your dry ingredients, all your dry herbs and spices, and put it in here. Okay? Now then, Worcestershire sauce. You want 1 tablespoon. So, that being said, sorry about my big head, I'm going to take and put this in. There you go. And that's all the liquid you need. So let me get this all stirred up and we'll get it going. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? Can y'all see that? Doesn't that look pretty? Absolutely pretty. And you smell everything. It smells like a cheeseburger. Right now it smells like a hamburger actually. No, because there's no cheese in it. But it's smelling really good, guys. Had to take a little bit of a break here. Got the egg rolls down right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of water, put it on my finger, and kind of do the edge. This is going to form the seal when we roll them. Okay. So we don't want these opening up and losing all of our goodness when they're cooking. Just a little bit of dab of water. Just work it in. Kind of get it kind of tacky. There you go. Alright. Now, I always put mine at a diagonal. Like I said, this is the first time I made this, but I have made egg rolls. It's the first time I made these type of egg rolls. And how the heck do you get in this cheese? I've got cheese over here trying to get American cheese. And so, of course, you know, you got to be smarter than the idiot that put it together. And what I'm going to do is I'll take a half a piece of cheese. And we're going to put it right here in the center. And then we're going to take a little bit of our mixture. Not a whole lot, maybe a tablespoon or two. About 2 tablespoons. And we're going to put it right there in the center. Alright, right there in the center. Kind of even it out a little bit. Take the other half, put it on top. Now, what I do is I grab these and I bring them over and kind of get it going to the roll. Okay. Now, I take this, bring it in. Corners, bring this one in, and then I just kind of roll. Now, if you're not careful, you can tear these, which I'm trying not to do. Also trying to keep all this stuck in together. And there you go. Not perfect, but nothing in life is perfect. So, we're going to do another one. See if I can screw that in any worse. Put it in the diagonal. Take a little bit of water. Put it on there. Of course, these are the vegan egg rolls. I could not find any that was made with egg. That might make a difference. I don't know. Take a little bit of scoop. Put it right here in the center. Of course, because you put your cheese down there first, John, like he did in the first video. Like I said, nothing's ever perfect. So, instead of just putting a half a piece of cheese on that, we're going to put a full piece of cheese. And when the heat hits it from the air fryer, it will melt it. Put that there. Bring this over. Fold that in. Bring this over. Fold that. And then just roll. And there you go. There's 2 of them. Let me get the rest of these done. Well, actually, no. I'm going to put it on pause and bring out the air fryer, and we're just going to cook these 2 up, and I'll show you how to cook them. Alright. Got my old power air fryer out. Because the new ones are gone. We're going to put these in. You're going to put them seam side down as much as possible. Put that in here. We're going to go with our temperature. We're going to go down to 350. And our time, we're going to take this down to 6 minutes. And we're going to start it. And I'll bring you back when it's time to flip them. Okay guys, that's them coming out of the air fryer. Let's take and cut one up and see how it looks. These just came out. Look at there. Looks like a cheeseburger to me. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Leave me a comment. I will reply. And like I always say, be good, be safe, and I will see you when I see you.